Okay, this is my Panasonic TZ70, which, as you can see, has a lens problem. In fact, I fell over and I think hit the lens and broke something internal. Well out of warranty, so I thought I'd take it apart and see what I could see. There are no videos of anything this recent on YouTube, but in fact it comes apart very easily as far as the stage of taking the lens out. In fact, the lens just pulls out the back, slides straight out the back. All you need is a 000 crosshead screwdriver, and if you want to take the sensor out, and that comes out very easily, you don't even have to remove the lens, you need a Torx T3, which you can get for a few dollars on eBay. So here goes. The first few minutes there isn't any commentary because it hadn't occurred to me that this backup camera actually had sound, but it does. So here you go. Oh, usual disclaimers apply, by the way. Obviously it will void any warranty, and if you break something inside, please don't complain to me. This is for information only, and what you do with it is entirely up to you. And I am not a camera technician. Right, there are 5 screws for the back plate. This one is fine thread, the others aren't. And the back plate lifts out quite easily. Lever there to get that long tag out. And a little click there. And out she comes. Mind the heatsink for the processor. And now this black plastic frame lifts out quite easily. There's a little lug here which takes a little bit of jiggling to get off. Carefully. Yep. Taking care not to break that delicate bit. And now we've got cables. If you just want to clean the processor, it will come out at this stage with just 3 Torx T3 screws. You wouldn't even have to undo the cable clip there, but I'll leave that till I've got the lens out. Okay, so first cable is the one attached to the left hand side here. Just flip the tag up gently, click, and the cable slides out. And then this side here just flips off. You don't, strictly speaking, have to take it off, but might as well. There's a little lug there. Just snaps up, and a little encouragement there, and off she comes. What that thing is, I have no idea. Now the remaining cables have the same sort of lift-up clips. You may have to peel back the sticky tape on that one to the sensor to free it, and then they all just flick up. Click, like that. Right, so that's the cables all unclipped. There's just one thing holding the lens in now. It's not a fastening, it's just the photo cell for the eyepiece switch, and its cable gets in the way there. That just flips off. This cable here pulls out like that, and that can lift up. And then the whole lens just slides out. So. That's where it fitted. And finally the sensor. You need a Torx T3 screwdriver for this. You can get one on eBay for a few dollars if your hobby shop doesn't have one. And you just unscrew these carefully because there are little springs underneath. The springs are seated in little recesses or little posts, so they are quite easy to locate when you need to put it all back. And that's as far as I am going. The lens is a whole order of magnitude more difficult and tricky. I didn't succeed in fixing mine, I suspect because a tiny little bit inside had broken off. But I thought I'd make this video to go this far anyway. Right, reassembly. We'll start with the sensor. Three little springs that fit quite snugly in their recesses. Yep. Now the sensor. And the three little Torx screws. It helps if you have a magnetic screwdriver. Now, bearing in mind that this lens would normally be retracted, not sticking out like that, we slip it in past these cables. That. It's actually easier when it is retracted. Making sure those cables aren't caught by the lens. Right. Next thing is just to press that cable into place and make sure it clicks into its little retaining slots, which is a fairly fiddly job. But it's got little pips that locate it there. Now there are 4 cables to put into place. There, there, there and there. That little one comes above the other one. And I won't try to show them because my fingers will be all over it, but the cable just slides into its slot fully. Actually, that one went in quite easily. And then the black bar flips down, making sure the cable is well into its slot. The black bar there just flips down, click, to lock it in place. And you can just see those bars bars waiting to be flipped into place. Okay, I'll just show this one is in, if it will focus well enough. The bar there just goes down, click, down flat. Okay, next step is the left-hand end piece, which just clicks into place. Those screws. If your lens is retracted as it should be, you don't need the glass to keep the camera upright. So this just clicks in. And that little lug there clicks over. And then its cable goes into that connector just there. By the way, this cover here and its frame is just a slide fit. So that pops back into place. If it falls out, it just pops back into place there at any time. Now we have this black frame which goes in like that. Don't get that cable trapped under it. It goes through the hole there and just sits in, and it just clicks into place very, very easily if you've got it lined up right. It's a bit of fiddling around to achieve that. That's it. Now we have the back plate. Make sure the heatsink pad is in place. And this long lug on the left there slides in first, and then everything else should just click into place very easily. If anything doesn't click into place dead easily, then you've got something lined up wrong. But there we are. And now the screws, remembering that the fine thread screw is that one there. Okay, screw number one. I won't show all the screws, I'll point them out after. Okay, that's the fine thread screw there. You just see it. Another screw there, another screw there, another screw there, and a black screw at the bottom there. You don't put a screw in that hole till later. And now the screen. There we are. Its cable slides into this large connector here. It's the usual story. Slide it in. I'm going to have to stop recording while I fiddle it in because it's too awkward to do with the camera. There we are. Make sure it's in snugly and flip the black bar down Maybe my fingernail will do it. Yes, it did. Flip the back bar down to lock it. I think I got it all straight. It's a lot more awkward to handle the camera with that long lens sticking out the front. Now this little lug here just slots into place, click, and just sits down flat, that's all, just sits there. And now we have this board here which has to connect onto that cable there, which means more gymnastics to try and show it. Just sits in there snugly, if we're lucky. And click. There we are. And then that just sits down flat also. And the back is ready to go on. Probably should have cleaned that. Okay, and here's the back. It all just slides into place and clicks very easily. If it doesn't, then something is misaligned. So, making sure that's sitting down flat, and that all the little lugs and things are lined up correctly. And that's it. Just 5 screws to go in now. 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. I didn't fix the lens problem, but on the other hand, I didn't destroy anything else in the process. Okay, so that's it. You can buy complete lens assemblies on eBay, but they're not cheap. Whether it's worth replacing it in this case, I haven't decided yet. For anything less serious, I hope this video may have been a little bit of help. If anybody has any informed comments to make, please make them in the comments below. Thank you.